Fellas, are you still powdering your balls? You know you don't need to, right? If you want to keep your fellas feeling cool and dry all day and reduce chafing, then you need to get yourself the Crop Preserver. The 24-hour non-powder moisturizer and deodorant was designed for your butt, balls, and body. Boasting active pH control, anti-chafing, quick absorbing, and made in the beautiful US of A. Head over to manscaped.com and get yourself the Crop Preserver. Your balls will thank you.
The New England Patriots are set to face the New York Giants in the fourth preseason game of the year here at Gillette Stadium on Thursday night. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. Evan, the fourth preseason game is kind of the one where no one pays attention to because it's kind of a throwaway game. If you're making the roster, you're most likely not playing in that fourth preseason game. So what are the Patriots looking to gain on Thursday?
Well, I think that they can kind of get one final evaluation of some of the guys on the roster. There'll certainly be certain players that have to play that are going to make the team. You don't have enough players to have everybody sit out that's not going to make the roster. So you're going to see some guys. You're going to probably see rookie Jared Stidham playing some quarterback in this game. And last year we saw Jason McCourty, we saw J.C. Jackson play in this game. So there's often one or two players where you can kind of get that last little effort out of. And it's a big game for the players too that are playing, because remember, it's not just the Patriots that are watching. They can put some good things on tape for the other 31 teams that are watching too, and maybe get a job elsewhere once they get released by the Patriots. So it's more a big game, I would say, for those guys. For the guys that aren't going to make it, they have one last chance to put a good game on tape for some teams around the league to maybe pick them up.
And there are some players that we expect to make the roster that we still haven't played in the preseason, like Demaryius Thomas, like Josh Gordon or Patrick Chung. Do you expect to see any of those players, or which players do you expect to see on the field?
I don't expect to see any of the big names like Gordon or Chung or Julian Edelman. I do think there is an outside chance that we see Demaryius Thomas for like 10 snaps, one or two offensive series, just to have him get out there in a game. Because remember, he hasn't been out in a game in a long time, since last December. So I think that there is a chance that we might see him quickly in this game, just to let him run around a little bit. I think the big thing is Belichick talks about this a lot with the quarterbacks. If they don't play in these preseason games, then there's a very good chance they're not going to play at all for a very long time. So a case like a guy like Stidham, case like maybe even Demaryius, who's more of an insurance policy, you get them out there in these live game reps, because this is the last chance that they're going to have to play in a game in probably a little bit.
Right. And on the defensive side, is there anyone that you expect to kind of be fighting for their lives, or maybe having those last couple of chances to make this roster?
I'm looking at Duke Dawson, second-round pick last year. He's had a rough camp, but I think that there's something to be said about not giving up on a second-round pick this quickly. Belichick doesn't usually like to do that. If he comes out here and has a really strong fourth preseason game, that might give Belichick just enough of an excuse to keep him around for one more year and see what he's got. So I think it's a big game for Duke Dawson. Also, going back to that thing about showcasing for the other 31 teams, if he has a good game, people might realize, all right, maybe he's just buried behind a really good depth chart in New England. Let's go and get him.
This Foxboro report is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to clnsmedia.com/win. Enter promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus for all of our Patriots coverage. Head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.
I smiled.
You did, I saw.